Hello friends, welcome to day 3 of 100 days of prenatal yoga. Today is one of those days that I had 1,000 things to do on my to-do list. Still haven't gotten them all done. So this practice is going to be very relaxing. It's going to be about a 20-minute yin class, which just, if you've never done yin yoga, it's basic poses that you hold for longer with the idea that you're basically melting into the pose. So you might be in a pigeon pose for say 30 seconds in a normal class. In yin, you might be in there for 3 minutes. So it really gives your body a chance to just ease into the pose and relax into your practice. So there's not going to be a whole lot of moves, but in each move, I want you to really just focus on melting into the mat, taking time to be still and just really find some relaxation in our practice today. So we are going to start at the top of our mat. Again, this is going to be calming, relaxing, and recentering. We're going to begin in our mountain pose. Eyes can be open or closed. Just grounding ourselves, arriving, and entering into our stillness. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale, emptying out those lungs as much as you can. Inhale again. Exhale. Last one. We're going to bring those hands up to the sky in a big inhale. Reach those fingertips toward the sky and then release them down toward the mat. Again, keeping those legs slightly further apart than shoulder, whatever is comfortable for you and for your belly. Your fingertips do not have to touch the mat. Just melting in this pose, letting the backs of those legs feel long. Bending at the knees, touching those fingertips to the ground. We're going to come to our seated position into our butterfly pose. So that is soles of your feet are together, knees are open wide. Again, up to you if you're keeping those feet close to you or further apart, whatever is comfortable. You can also sit on a pillow or a block. We're going to be in this pose for a minute or two. So I just want you to relax into it. Let those knees feel heavy, those shoulders relax. Preparing for movement, let's drop that right ear to our right shoulder. Bring the chin down toward your chest. And then left ear to left shoulder. Opposite direction, left ear to shoulder, down to your chest. And then right ear, right shoulder. One more time to the left. And then the right. Back to neutral. We're going to move into our deer pose. So that left foot's going to come forward. That right foot is going to come back. Your legs are in an S pose. And we're going to lean forward. Again, this is going to depend on your belly and your flexibility. Leaning forward, giving yourself space. In non-prenatal yoga, a lot of us could probably come all the way down to the mat. There's no reason for that, no need. We're going to find where you can relax here. So leaning forward in your deer. Again, you can lean to the left or right if that feels good for you. We're going to be here for about a minute. Again, feeling that left hip soften the longer you stay in the pose. Releasing back up, we're going to swing that right leg to the front, bringing that left leg to the back. Again, those legs are like a figure 5 or an S, leaning forward, feeling that stretch in that outer right hand hip, feeling where you can soften. It is a great opportunity to think what you need to release, what you need to leave on the mat. Releasing that pose, bringing those legs together behind you into our melting heart pose. So feet are on the mat, hips are to the sky. You're gonna drop that chest down to the mat, fingertips extended, and just literally melt that heart down to the mat. Release any tension in that upper back or lower back. You could also place your head on your hands if that's comfortable. Be here for about 2 minutes. Coming back up to our table. Let's cat-cow stretch a few, moving that spine up and down. That feels good. We're going to bring that right foot to the front of our mat. This would be our dragon pose. So in traditional yoga, you could have that back foot up or on a block. We're gonna release it down to the mat just for a little extra support. Again, those hands can come on the inside of your foot, or if that's too much, you could even use some blocks here if you don't have that flexibility in your right hip. So right foot is forward, hands are to the mat. You can leave that knee vertical or let it drop out slightly to the side, whatever is comfortable. We're gonna be here for a minute. Again, feeling that stretch melt in the front of your left foot, left thigh, and also in the right thigh as well. Yin sounds easy, but it can be challenging to hold these poses this long. We're going to release that pose, bring that right foot back to our table. This time let's do our lateral. So we're going to look to our right toes, then look to our left, moving our core side to side, releasing any tension. Then we're going to bring that left foot forward, again at your own pace, what's comfortable for you. Hands can come inside or on blocks, leaning ever so slightly forward. Chest is up, body is relaxed. That dragon for 1 minute. You can also bring those fingers up to fists. If it's too much for your wrists. Releasing that left foot to the back. Let's do some cat-cow again, up and down. And then pushing back to our child's pose. So if you want to give those shoulders a break, you can bring your hands toward your shoulders or back toward your toes. Whichever feels good for you today. Coming back up to our table. We're going to bring our left knee toward our left hip and move into our pigeon pose. So right leg is extended, left leg is bent. You can drop to that outside hip if that's more comfortable for you and stay here, or you can be kind of up on top of that leg with that foot tucked in toward your pelvis. Again, this is going to be up to you if this is comfortable for you in high pigeon. If you are not too far along and can move into low pigeon, that feels comfortable, that's okay too. This is when you're going to have to listen to your body, your baby. We'll be here for about a minute. Your low pigeon coming back up to high. Tucking those right toes, walking that left foot back, extending it, pushing your toes on your mat and pushing that heel to the back of the room, stretching out any tension. And then back to our table. So we're going to bring our right knee toward our right wrist. Pigeon on this side. Again, you can be high. You can lean out to the side if that's more comfortable for your belly, or you can come down into your low pigeon. 1 minute. Don't forget to breathe through. Releasing from that low pigeon, to our down, your high, walking that right foot to the back, toes on the mat, pushing that right heel to the back of the room. Back to our table. If it's available to you, tucking those toes, pushing back into your down dog, just walking out that dog a little bit. Then dropping back down, we're going to rotate those legs around to the front and safely and gently lower down to our backs. We don't do a lot of laying on our backs, but in our yin, this is going to be a great couple poses to just finish out this session. So we're laying on our backs. Again, if you need a bolster or pillow, which make yourself comfortable. Our knees are bent, our feet are on the mat. We're just going to drop those knees toward the left-hand side. The difficulty of this is going to be determined by how close you have your feet to your butt or how far away. So you're just going to drop them down, nice little windshield wiper to release any tension in the outer hip. And then let's windshield wiper them to the other side. Back to center. We're going to move into our happy baby, which is ironic because we all want happy babies. We're going to bring those legs up toward the sky. You might not be able to touch the bottoms of your feet, which is typically how far we go in happy baby. You can also grab behind your knees. You basically got that wide. Feet are like they're walking on the ceiling. Super awkward looking, but a great release for those hips. Again, what's comfortable for you. Just let those hips open, let those knees feel heavy. And then release. Let's roll to one side, whatever side feels comfortable for you. We're going to have our 1 minute of Shavasana, or relaxation. Let's finish out our practice. Find gratitude for our bodies and our babies. In your own time, start wiggling those fingers and those toes, using your hand to support to bring yourself back up to our seated position. Again, sitting on a block or a pillow can be helpful when we're sitting on the mat. Just give that neck a nice little roll, shoulder rolls to the front and the back. Grounding in our easy seat with our hands to heart. Thanks so much for sharing this practice today. I hope it was relaxing. Hope to see you tomorrow. Namaste.